Alright guys, we're Raw Wrestler here, and today it is going to be my NXT Takeover, the end of the beginning review. Apparently they changed the name halfway through the show to the end of the beginning. No, it's just the end. The end of the beginning, what a dumb thing. What a dumb thing to say. But watched the show this morning, couldn't watch it last night, obviously I have college today. I was worried about getting this review up because I have an exam tomorrow, but I'm going to be hardly focusing revision after this and tomorrow morning. So I watched the show this morning. I also didn't do a predictions video because basically I had a lot of revision for an exam yesterday, and NXT Takeover was my reward for finishing that exam basically. Very emotional day today at college as well. Basically my last full day. So you will never ever basically see me in a video again coming home from college, probably. But yeah, so anyway, NXT Takeover, the end. I haven't got any notes. I took no notes, I totally forgot. I know all the matches, I know the order, I know my ratings. For predictions, I'll just tell you who I thought was going to win. You can't check that, but, you know, just trust me. But anyway, the opening contest was Manny Andrade, or Cien, or whatever, Manny Andrade Almas against Ty Dillinger, 10-10-10 guy, 10-10-10, has a new shirt on the Euroshop, it looks pretty cool. I'm strong. This was a good match. I think that Manny Andrade showed a lot of quality here. I didn't know he was a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion. That's always good to have on your resume. And this is probably the best debut I've seen since Kevin Owens. Better than Asuka's, better than Apollo Cruz's, better than Eric Young's, so better than Austin Aries as well. So definitely a good match in the end. Manny Andrade won with double knees in the corner, kind of like, I can't remember where he did it, but it was double knees in the corner. Some really good stuff from him. Dillinger was very, very good as well. I think Dillinger's quite underrated and is probably the right guy to be going against like these guys like Cruz and Andrade, obviously. I really needed that. But yeah, Dillinger, a really good cool super kick where Andrade goes to the turnbuckle and does like the stand where he stands on his head on the turnbuckle. Ty Dillinger super kicks him, Andrade sells it perfectly. Cover, kick out in the end. Andrade won with the double knees, as I've just said. 3 stars, it was a good match, good way to kick off the show. Moved on, and we had the match of the night in American Alpha against the Revival. This was the rematch from Dallas, and this was great. This had fantastic psychology, great tag team spots. The Revival and American Alpha are the 2 best teams currently on the WWE, regardless of if it's the main roster or NXT. And great psychology, ankle locks, stereo ankle locks from American Alpha. They show that they're just so much more than just amateur wrestlers. They have so much energy. Gable, of course, plays the guy who gets damaged a lot. Even though, in all fairness, American Alpha dominated the early portion, and then it took the Revival quite a while to get back into it. But in the end, I love how they always make tag team finishes mean something. Because in the end, it took one shatter machine from the Revival to take the titles back, and I was definitely shocked at that. I would have definitely 100% gone with American Alpha because they made such a big deal out of the win at Dallas, but now lost the titles, and it seems like they're going to go into a feud with the Authors of Pain, who were the guys who attacked them after it, who were being managed by Paul Ellering. Now, it's very disrespectful that the crowd started chanting, "Who are you?" Paul Ellering is a legend in this business. He managed one of my favourite teams of all time, the Road Warriors, and I think Kevin Owens actually said something like this. He said it's really kind of disrespectful. It's kind of disrespectful. It's disrespectful to not know who Paul Ellering is. He's a legend in this business. He's one of the greatest managers of all time, and it seems like he's going to be managing the Authors of Pain, who are a very similar team to the Road Warriors. So if that works, 100%, I'm all for that, the Authors of Pain and American Alpha, because basically after Revival left with the titles, the Authors of Pain came out and attacked American Alpha. Some good tag team moves there as well. Big boot side slam, and something else looked really cool. The Revival did a modified Fallout, like the War Machine, so that was really cool. But overall, this match was really well done. 4 1/4 stars, best match of the show. And I'd like to see them go one more time, but that doesn't seem the direction. I imagine they're going to go Gargano and Ciampa against the Revival because they got the pinfall victory over them, which the Revival will probably retain. And they'll do the Authors of Pain against American Alpha, and I imagine the Authors of Pain will win. But solid tag team division at the moment, NXT. They really got some great teams there. Moving on, we had the biggest hyped match, I'd say. Austin Aries against Shinsuke Nakamura. Boom! I was pulling for Austin Aries, and in the end, Austin Aries lost. But this was the Austin Aries show. Now, Nakamura is always going to be great, but this was just another Nakamura performance, really. It wasn't anything too special. Aries was the man in this match. He was amazing. His psychology, his work ethic was all there. His spots were brilliant. He did a last chancery. He went for a 450. Aries was the man on this show. He was the man of the night. But in the end, what a great finish. The finishing segment was fantastic. It was Aries giving a Death Valley driver to Nakamura on the apron, and then going to suicide diving. Nakamura moved. Aries went straight into the barricade, and it's like a metal barricade, so ow. Then Nakamura throws him in the ring. Kinshasa to the back of the head. Exploder, and another Kinshasa for the win. Kinshasa's being kept nice and unkick-outable, which is good. Aries did a last chancery, which shows they're letting him use his diverse offense. Great match, 4 stars. Wasn't quite match of the night, but it was great for what it was, and we all knew it was going to be great regardless. I saw people saying it was match of the year. For the love of God, no. It was not match of the year. I think these were just people tweeting after the show finished, but great match. Really well done. Moving on, we're going to have probably the most controversial match of the night, even though I've seen this get quite a lot of praise. Asuka against Nia Jax for the NXT Women's title. I loved this match. This match was so well made. This match was so well paced. This match had such good psychology, and it told such a good story. It showed that Asuka, as the champion, knew Nia Jax couldn't be pinned, so she went for submissions. She tried the guillotine. She tried an armbar. She went for the Asuka lock. She went for the knee bar. She tried every submission possible to beat Nia Jax, and it was so well paced to the fact where this 9 minutes went so well, and Nia Jax's dominance didn't get boring. It was so well done. And when I look at Nia Jax, she's improved so much since London and since the match with Bayley, which I didn't give a bad grade. I gave it like 2.25 stars. But this match here, performance of Nia Jax's career, she was so good. I actually kind of felt quite sympathetic for her at the end because she got that close and then got caught. But in the end, great finish. You had several kicks to the head of Nia Jax, and she just roars and takes it, and then she takes another kick to the face, then a penalty kick, kind of like a Shibata penalty kick, straight to the chest. 1, 2, 3. Asuka pins Nia Jax, meaning she's been pinned for the first time. I'm going to give the match 3.5 stars. That was a very well psychological story-told match, and for storytelling, it was probably the best match on the show. Great match. Well, not great. Very good. Very well paced. Loved it, honestly. It might be my favourite match on the card. I think it was so well done because it showed Nia Jax's improvement. It showed how much Nia Jax had learned since Brooklyn. She didn't go for a leg drop every 7 seconds. They need to give her the powerbomb and keep that as a finisher because she does a really good powerbomb, even though the one on Asuka in this match wasn't great. But this was really well done. Really well done to those two women. 3.5 stars. And Asuka didn't carry Nia Jax. Not 1 minute was Nia Jax carried in this match. Very good. Very good. And that's why she has more ring presence, more ability, and more poise as a character than Dana Brooke does. Dana Brooke and me don't get on anymore. Moving on after that, obviously, we have the main event, the steel cage match for the NXT titles. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Balor coming out as the Demon. I didn't know if they'd do that, but in the end, of course, they did. The main spot of this match, of course, is the end spot, the muscle buster off the second rope, not the top rope. Now, I think this would have been so much more spectacular if they've just done the muscle buster off the top of the cage. And I know that's a very long fall, but I've seen suplexes off the top of the cage. So, it's really not that bad of a spot. But I would say this match was very underwhelming. I think people, if you enjoyed it, great. I just found it underwhelming. After everything I'd seen up to this point, this was the weakest match on the show outside of the opener. and I'm going to give it 3 stars. Joe kicked out of a coup de grace, Balor kicked out of a muscle buster. It's very samey, and I've seen this match a couple of times now. Joe this year is doing very, very well. I just think Balor wasn't quite up to snuff in this match. He sold some really good cage shots, but that's really it. There wasn't anything too special to this match. It was my least favourite match on the show. I even preferred the Andrade match to this one. So 3 stars, good match to end the show, I guess. And I guess the little thing is that we saw Bobby Roode in the background of one of the shots. Probably means he's signed, and he's also booked for the European tour. He's signed. So I guess my final rating for the show, it's a tough one because there's a lot of quality here, but in terms of storyline advancement, nothing's changed since Dallas outside of the Revival winning. But there is a lot of clear directions. So you've got, for the women's title, I guess you've got Carmella and Alexa there, I guess. And Bayley, obviously, in the wing, wants her rematch. Brooklyn is going to be the Bayley-Asuka rematch, and it'll probably be Joe against Nakamura, is what I'm thinking. Aries maybe in there somewhere. You'll probably have Ciampa and Gargano against the Revival. You'll probably have the Authors of Pain against American Alpha. And you may have Manny Andrade maybe against Aries or something like that. But overall, I give this show an 8 out of 10. Wasn't as good as Dallas, obviously, but it was still a great show with 2 great matches in the tag and the Aries match, and Nia Jax's best performance. I really love that women's match. I think that women's match was booked so well, and those women really tore it for 9 minutes. Best 9 minutes on the show, really, when I think about it. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Radha. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Tell me what you thought of NXT Takeover the end, and the end of the beginning. And I guess thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I did just say that. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, guys.